Welcome back. This is With Every Breath, Episode 3, The Fatherless Child. Take a deep breath with me. Conscious, intentional breathing becomes the only way you can press through the weight you carry from the absence of your father. The weight that echoes in silence, in the empty chair at graduations, in the promises made but never kept. I grew up with that silence, the weight of his absence, a father who was there and not there, a relationship that slipped through my fingers long before I understood what I was missing. And yet in that space, I found something I didn't expect, resilience, and faith became my anchor. This episode is for every child who has longed for the father they didn't have, and for every woman still untangling the ache of abandonment. As we breathe together, let this be our reminder. Forgiveness is the path forward. I was always worthy, and I am always loved. I was my father's only child, and he taught me many, many lessons early on. But my father was in and out of my life. I can remember years passing without even knowing where he was, and then he would just show up. I became bitter and angry at his absence, heartbroken. By the time I was 16, I stopped waiting, stopped hoping, stopped asking questions. For a long time, numb. Many years would pass before I would learn to empathize with who he was and forgive him. I learned more about my father through his death than his life and our relationship. His absence in my life created a wound that only the fatherless can describe or explain. And while I've done much to heal, the wound never really goes away. It settled in my core energy and taught me to be careful with my heart. I learned to do everything alone. Pursue education, take care of business, dream big, and hold my emotions close. I leaned heavily into independence because my foundation was fractured, just always a little unsteady because of the trauma of his absence. I built a lot of walls, which I slowly dismantled, triggered again and again with invitations for growth and healing. Abandonment, even unintentional, rewires you. But there's strength in recognizing that you kept going. You built something out of nothing. And that kind of resilience is sacred. That kind of building is stamped with the origins of love, godly love. Held right in his hands, only his footsteps in the sand, type love. It wasn't until much later, through therapy, through grief counseling, through faith, that I realized I was never really broken by my father's abandonment. I just became deeply protective of my heart, and that's okay. I'd like to invite you into a moment of reflection. If you have your journal nearby, write down, who have you been waiting for to show up? And what might happen if you stopped waiting and chose to show up for yourself instead? If you don't have a journal, just let the words rise in your heart. And as you reflect, hold on to this biblical scripture, one of my favorite scriptures. Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. That's Proverbs 4:23. Let that truth settle in you. If it feels safe, close your eyes. You'll hear a 396 hertz tone in the background, helpful with grounding and soothing. Picture your younger self standing before you. As you breathe in, wrap her in light. As you exhale, whisper, "You are safe. You are seen. You are loved." Keep breathing that in. With every breath, let healing find its way into the places abandonment once lived. Breathe in. Exhale. You are safe. You are seen. You are loved. You are safe. You are seen. You are loved. When you're ready, you can keep your reflections in your journal or share them with me inside the With Every Breath reflection space. Healing deepens when we walk it together. Now take a deep belly breath with me. Inhale through your nose. Let your belly rise and exhale slowly through your mouth. Do that again. Inhale through your nose. Let your belly rise and exhale slowly through your mouth. One more time. Inhale, peace. Exhale, release. With every breath, I choose to heal. Thank you for joining me for this episode. I hope you continue to the next episode, where I'll share how I discovered strength not in the presence of others, but in the silence and isolations of that absence.